So today we are trying more J-Beauty makeup, and I feel like none of these are actually new releases. They are just products that I am generally interested, and I don't have products for each category. So for the categories I don't have new products, I just use the product that I haven't used for a long time. So for the new products, we have Jill Stuart eyeshadow gem, which looks super pretty, and also the packaging looks like such a girly, like princessy type of packaging. Even though normally this is not my type of, the type of packaging that I would like, but I somehow personally really like this. Probably because the shade, the color is very simple. Like if this is actually a lot of pinky, purpley like gems and making it all colorful, I probably wouldn't like it as much. But the very complicated design with a very simple color just looks very classy, so I really like this. And from the same brand, we also have a blush, which is so pretty, like with this packaging. It even have this like crystal little chain to connect with this compact, and each color shows up in a different shade on my face as well. I actually really like this one. And we also have two other eyeshadows that I have been interested for a long time. The Cezanne Pale Tone eyeshadow in the shade 02. It's a very natural pigmentation type of product, but this is what the type of product that I like recently, so I thought I would try this one. And the Lunasol Mono Eye Coloration in the shade 03. This is one of the most popular eyeshadow in Japan for the recent couple months. Actually, it's sold out everywhere, so I thought I would try this one. And what else? This little highlight from the brand Ettusais is the Glow Skin Face Color. I really like this one. It looks like a blush, right? But it's like a highlight. It's so natural looking on the face. It's like a powder highlight, but it looks like a cream one. So if you want to see the detailed review, just keep watching. We are starting with the visee Essence Lip Plumper in the shade SP001. This I actually had for a long time, but I haven't used this in a long time. Basically a dupe for the Dior Maximizer, and I feel like this is almost 100% a dupe. We're using this SUQQU cream foundation. Actually, it's called the foundation. I haven't used this in a long time actually, so okay, we're gonna try a new way to use this, which is using this type of super thin spatula liking type of brush to spread it and use a puff to blend it. Basically just prep the brush and just spread. Basically like just a spatula, but I personally find this one works even better to control how much you use, and this one doesn't really pick the formula you're using, because I sometimes find for the actual spatula you have to use a more liquidy type of product for it to work well. This type of like cream products, it's actually the spatula wasn't spreading it super well. Trying a new puff. This is from Rosy Rosa. This is actually I believe a new color. It was originally in a black color. I've been trying this lighting setup. Hopefully it's looking good, because I feel like previously I almost only used a natural lighting. My skin looks so uneven. Filming with an angle So it's not straight up facing the window, because this way the background will look a little bit better. If I face it straight, it's facing a storage. And also, even if I face it straight, there's a very big monitor there, so the lighting wouldn't be even anyways. This puff probably works better when it's dry, because making my foundation looking a little weird, especially on my forehead. And now I turn to the other side and pat it again. It's looking better. So this is, yeah, I think this works better when it's dry. It was advertised to be able to use like, it's like a very universal or like versatile, that you can use it in any way. So apparently use it wet is not the way. And I normally found that Japanese sponges, even though they claim that they don't absorb any product, they usually do, and they absorb a lot. Actually, the only like a couple sponges that I ever used barely absorb any products are from Western brands, a beauty blender. That one really don't like absorb. And there's one from Real Technique that is discontinued long time ago. It's a purpley like pinky sponge. This shape is not a round shape. That one doesn't absorb. Probably just that too. I'm gonna skip the powder part because there's a separate video to review the new SUQQU powders. So you're gonna see the powder in that video. Now the powder is on. The next thing. This is something I haven't used in a while. This is the SUQQU 3D Control Eyebrow in the shade 01. This is, I have a dedicated video on this. This is actually a pretty great eyebrow powder for people with like super black hair. This is a charcoal shade, and this is a very dark mossy browny type of green. So with this green, it's actually very hard to have your eyebrow look like red. Okay, you see? Okay, pretty nice. So now we finally have something new. We actually have two. One is high-end and one is drugstore. The drugstore one is from Cezanne. This is the pale tone eyeshadow in the shade 02. So from the name, you probably can tell pale tone. It's a very pale tone. It's like for a very natural kind of look. And this one is from Lunasol. It's the mono eye coloration in the shade 03. I'm thinking to put this one as a base color and maybe blend the edge with this shade, and then I apply the taupe shade from Lunasol, and then maybe I layer a little bit this purpley type of shimmer. See there? It's actually the vibe they're trying to go with, so it's not like it's bad quality. Okay, the Lunasol one. Oh, this is super pretty, and it doesn't really have that much of like base to it. I'm thinking this is probably similar to the Space Cowboy from Urban Decay. I'm gonna compare them after we done with the application. Actually, we also have one from Stuart. Let me do a swatch. Oh, this is pretty too. And it smells like, can't put my finger on how they smell, but I feel like I have drank something in my childhood years that smell like this. So I'm thinking maybe we can try one eye at a time, right? So that we can give a fair chance to all three of these products. So for this eye, I'm thinking to start with this cream eyeshadow as a base, which is a crazy move to use this as a base, but I want to see how it works on bare eyelids. I feel like I probably use a little bit too much. I think use a little bit less would look better, but I definitely think this is not something that you use on its own because the glitter chunk is very big and it doesn't really have a base color, so it kind of look weird, like a little bit uneven just by itself. I'm gonna put the brown color maybe on the edge or just like, you know, on the side to kind of give this some definition, because now it's like looking very flat. And this color actually has more pigmentation than I thought. Okay, I feel like instantly this is better, but I also feel like it's blending away a lot of the glitters. Like, can you see I barely have any glitters right now, so I'm not sure about this formula. I feel like the longevity is a question. If I'm blending it away so easily, how well it's gonna last during the day, right? We might have to reapply this because now we barely have any glitter left. It's all gone. It just left this pinky base color, this deeper coral shade. And this one has some of this satiny glow to it. I'm gonna apply that brown shade on this side as well, so that we have a base for the Lunasol eyeshadow palette. A good thing about these sheer but good quality eyeshadow is you never have to worry about the eyeshadow being patchy. Because it's good quality and it's sheer, it's actually looking like very diffused color. It's great to use on a daily basis for me, so that I don't have to correct my mistake while rushing to get out of the door. And I think now you can see the Jill Stuart side did add some color. It's just the glitter was blended away. Because this side is visibly looking a little bit more like darker coral than this side, right? Now it's time for this one. I'm gonna apply with my finger. Oh, this is pretty. Can't even tell though. I feel like every time I'm trying this type of glitter, the camera never doing it right. But this is very pretty. It's really reminding me of the Space Cowboy eyeshadow. It's this very fine glitter. It's not very chunky. The base color is really not that much. Like, you can see it's barely any color added to my eyelids. But it's also not completely pale, because sometimes when a glitter is very pale, it just makes your eyelid like all white. It's covering all of the definition you have put down previously, but this one is not. Okay, love this. The eyeliners and mascaras are done. Let's layer a little bit of this, just a little bit, because I feel like too much is definitely not it. But the thing is, applying a little bit is not showing up at all. Okay, now it's coming. I definitely have to layer this in like very thin layers. What do you think? I think it does look pretty, but at this point I feel like it's too hard to navigate this formula. It's not an easy to use formula. So for this side, even though it's gonna probably look weird, but I'm gonna apply this glitter, this purple one. Yeah, this one is way easier to use, and it's actually very sparkly. Can you even tell? Like, for how natural this palette is a very like pigmented glitter, or like reflective glitter. Okay, this doesn't look, it's like it's matching, but whatever. The next product is also from this brand, Jill Stuart. Look at how pretty this packaging is. It gives you a little chain that you can connect to it. It's really beautiful. It looks like some princess would use. And this is the Bloom Mix Blush Compact, and it looks like this. How pretty, right? Let me swatch. I'm gonna swatch each shade separately, and it's weirdly very pigmented for a blush and for a Japanese blush, right? And I feel like with controlling your brush placement, you could adjust how, you know, pigmented this is and adjust the color. So I feel like this could be a very, not most high usage, it's a blush, but I feel like you could get multiple colors and finishes out of this, because this one is like a little bit shimmery with a little bit glitter, and I feel like this one is a little bit glowy than more glowy than the other one. Let's try to only use this pink shade. Let's see how that goes. It smells very nice. It's the same smell as the eye gem, so maybe all the product just smells like this. Oh, it's pretty pigmented, and it's a pretty matte shade. I previously had a lot of like glow on this region of my cheek because of the powder I was putting down. It's a glowy powder, but now I feel like this is a little bit more mattified. Not totally, but a little bit. And for a shade that looks this pale, I feel like it's showing pretty well on my skin. I don't know how well you can tell on the camera though. In real life, it's showing well. I think I want to blend the edge. Maybe this one, just a little bit. Why is this one so pigmented as well? The impression that I have with this brand is probably like pretty but not very pigmented, and this color for sure has more glow to it. Try this one, this like a nudie color. Let's see how this looks. It looks like very nude on the brush. This is low-key a bronzer shade, right? I feel like I naturally have some discoloration here. I feel like it's blending into that, like look like a bronzer, which is pretty, but it's not for this makeup. I feel like. So let's layer a little bit this. And again, already this shade, even though it looks so light in the pan, is showing up. I like this one. I just feel like I should use it more to understand it more. We actually also have a highlight. I swatched this at the store and I was so surprised at how natural of a highlight this is. Like, it looks like silk, right? And on the skin, it's like very natural like that as well. You can't tell the texture. So I thought this would look very nice on my cheeks as well. Even though today my cheeks are very glowy already because I used a glowy powder and a glowy blush. But let's try to layer this. I'm gonna use the same brush. I wipe it down. Oh, I can still see the glow. Oh, this is looking very nice. Did look like skin, but it's a powder. Oh, I like this. This is the kind of highlight that I like at this stage of my life. I don't really like the super blinding highlights anymore. And I feel like polishing it kind of make it look better. Oh, I love this. I love this finish. And it doesn't leave that strike on your cheek when you are like facing a direction up straight. Sometimes you see it like it looking very great on this angle and you turn your head like straight, you can see a stripe, but it doesn't leave that. For lips, I actually have a lip liner that I tried this formula, but I haven't tried this color. It's the shade Warm Beige. I previously tried the shade Cool Pink. which this shade, even though it says like warm beige, it's not all that warm. I think it's still in the neutral family. The formula is super creamy. Oh, did I say the name of this? This is the Cezanne Shade Lip Maker in the shade 01 Warm Beige. It's as good as I remember it to be. Now we have something I haven't used for a long time. This is the Cezanne Watery Tint Lip in the shade 07. It's this interesting color. I mean, it's a very basic color, but I feel like it's a burgundy mixed with brown, but it's not too pigmented. It's a tint, so it just gives this like very nuanced color that I really like, and I try to not use too much of this. I feel like this color I applied a little bit too much. I didn't want it to be that dark, just a hint of color. Layer another shade of this visee lip plumper. It's a shade PU 100. This is not new as well, just haven't used it in a while. Again, this is a dupe for the Dior Max Matter. Don't know if they have a matching shade though, but the formula is. I feel like this lip combo looks pretty nice. And wiping the lip tint away, you can see there's definitely some color left behind. That's it. Let's do a quick round up. I don't want to talk about anything that I already tried previously. So this is only for the new stuff. This eyeshadow, layering on top carefully and layering it in very thin layer and build it up. It does look very pretty, if you can tell. But first of all, I don't think this is good for applying all over your eyelids. The base color is not strong enough to support that, and also the glitter is too big to do that too. And I am worrying about the longevity of this because just lightly blending on top of it is getting rid of all of the glitters, only lefting with the base color. So I really don't think this is a great product that I could recommend to people, but I think I still can use this like what I did, put base color and carefully to blend this on top. The eyeshadow palette from Cezanne. I really like this one. I recently really like very light colored eyeshadows so that I don't have to do much of the blending work. And the glitter is very strong, which is totally the concept that I like. So the matte satiny shade is sheer, it's even, but there's a strong glitter on top. That's just the type of product I use on a daily basis. So this is totally a success for me. I love this one, but I don't think this is a very versatile product, and it's also probably not for a wide range of skin tone. I feel like only from fair to light medium. If you are a medium, I feel like most of these shades wouldn't show up other than the glitter. This one, it looks very pretty on the eyes and on the swatch. Swatched two similar formulas against it. This is the Lunasol one. This is Space Cowboy, and this is the Judido single eyeshadow in the shade G01. I feel like you can pretty much see the difference between them. The Urban Decay one, it has less base shade. You can see from this angle. It's pretty transparent, but it has a stronger glitter. But this one, it has more base shade and it's less glitter but more almost shimmery, but no, it's actually not shimmery. It's just the glitter particle is like very small. It looks like a shimmer. The Urban Decay one, even though it's still a fine glitter compared to some other glitter formulas, but compared to this Lunasol one, it's more chunky. And this is the Judido G01. I feel like again this one has more base shade, which in that is probably more similar to the lunasol one, but the glitter is not that similar. This to the glitter shape is similar, and this to the base color pigment is similar. So that's my opinion. I really like this. It's a very pretty, fine glitter type of eyeshadow. And I feel like this one could be used on its own all over the eyelid because it has some base shade, especially if you have pale skin tone. So this blush from Stuart, I kind of like this. Each color could shows up as a different shade on your cheeks, and you can also blend them all to, you know, customize the color you like. I have nothing bad to say about this. It's actually very, very, very pretty, and the formula is pretty nice. The highlight is super skin-like and natural as well, but it still gives you enough glow, in my opinion. I really, really like this. Even though it's an impulse buy, but I think I did buy something that I would really like. The Cezanne lip maker, already loved it. That this different shade works well as well. It's a slightly warmer shade, but it's still neutral, so I feel like it's good for making shadows around your lips. You know, hence the name, the shade lip maker. That's all new products I tried today, right? Thank you very much for watching. If you have anything you want me to try, you can leave a comment. And see you next time. Bye.